Hey folks, and welcome to part 15, the final part of the Drill Dozer playthrough. Yeah, we finally made it, folks. We're here, the final part. This is it. We beat the game here, folks. And with that, I'm just buying a little, last minute stuff. So, yeah, but without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the map so we can hit the final area, which is Croog Dozer, if I'm even saying his name right. And if I'm not, I don't care. Let's end this, folks. This is it. This is finally it. We're gonna beat the game. We're gonna, you know, beat the boss, and then that's it. But yeah, this guy, he says his Fortress of Doom. He calls it the Doom Dozer, which is kind of a play on the word. But anyway, yeah, we are pretty much gonna beat the boss, and Jill's gonna fight the because they're kind of astounded that Jill's facing this guy. And look who it is. It's Detective Curry. And yeah, she's saying, that the police can't get involved with fighting that thing because it's huge, but that's no problem for Jill because she's looking at her force is going straight up against that thing. She doesn't care. She has a mission to do, and she's gonna do it because she's acting as the boss, and she's got to do what she got to do. So, and you can see, wow, the size compared, Jill and the size of that moving fortress. You can just see the size comparison. So yeah, these guys are pretty much are going to crash up into, against that, that machine. So yeah, it's, don't worry, folks, they get better. But anyway, yeah, they're reckless on that. I totally agree with her. But you know what? In order to beat the boss of the game, you gotta do whatever you gotta do, man. You can't let evil prevail when it comes to video games and stuff like that anyway. So yeah, but anyway, folks, how are you doing today? I am doing fine. Just looking forward to beating this for you folks, because I know you've been waiting for quite some time for me to go ahead and get rid of this. But yeah, this area is not really that hard, folks. You'll be able to see what I mean. It's just a casual stroll of sorts. And of course, you got the regular moots, and you got missiles and stuff shooting at you. So you got pretty much an army of stuff just coming after you, but you have to be careful. As long as you be careful and you pretty much dodge, because you could dodge the missiles, so long as you be careful, you'll be alright. Like I stated before, this place isn't really all that hard. You just got to pretty much just get through these enemy, barrage, and you'll be fine as far as like that. And those annoying things are back. We haven't seen those since the last area, so yeah, they're back. They're just as annoying as ever, but we'll get through this, folks. We really will. But just to go on a quick tangent right quick, because we kind of always do that here. At the time of this recording, Evo is starting up. I don't know if it has already or it's just getting started, but man, I would love to go to Evo one day just to compete in a fighting game tournament, man, or at least be a audience member in the tournament. Oh man, that would be a spectacular thing to go to, just to the excitement, the feeling, the adrenaline. Man, I would just love to go to Evo. I would be glad to see just to be in the audience. That'd be just a great feeling to see, who's the main competition is, who's competing, who's gonna win it, because they have all sorts of games competing at Evo. In case you folks don't know, Evo is a fighting game tournament that's held like, every year, and people compete for, pretty much for cash prizes, and they pretty much prove that they're the number one fighter that's currently out there. So, if it was me, then even though like my game to go would be Tekken, since I played it for, you know, 20 years now, 20 plus years. So that would be my main game to probably practice up on and see if I'm good enough to actually compete in it, because I think they do like preliminaries, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how the whole Evo thing goes. since I haven't actually watched it or competed in it. Well, I watched it, but it never really held my interest as long. I'd rather just go in person and see, you know, stuff like that live. Being in person, you rather see that live than see that on the internet or anywhere else. But you know, people who are really into that do get the hype moments out of that. So whether you go or not, it's all a matter of preference, and that'd be just a good thing to explore. How are you supposed to know that this is here? And if you missed that this, then, you know, how are you supposed to know this here? There's no hints telling you that, you know, that is there. So how are you supposed to figure out that's supposed to be there? And if you don't figure it out, you're not getting over this. So I guess you got no other option but to explore and try to figure out how to get out of that place that you're in. So yeah, but if they had a sign telling you that here's your next drill, that'd be wonderful, actually. So, but anyway, just to get back on the Evo thing, there was actually this thing I saw on online, which was actually kind of cool, but I think they stopped it. Was like it wasn't Evo or anything, but it was still kind of cool to see. It was a tournament, like a Mugen tournament they had. You folks can type this up and you'll be able to find it, but it was a Mugen tournament, and it wasn't actually like, they wasn't like cash prizes or anything. They just brought lives to pretty much keep taking turns, but that Mugen roster was awful. It was just unbalanced and unfair, but I think that's what made it kind of fun and unique, because it was unfair. Because my roster for the, well, not my Broken Mugen roster, I wouldn't exactly call that fair, because I got some couple of characters on there that is kind of OP. But my new roster, my roster strictly for this channel, the Legacy roster, I say that's pretty fair. I try to make it balanced as I can, try to put only fair and balanced characters on there, and that roster is mostly Marvel vs. Capcom related. But anyway, yeah, they had a Mugen tournament, and I watched that thing. That thing was 3 hours. That thing was 3 hours long, folks, and I sat there and watched it. You know, and it was enjoyable for me because Mugen is unpredictable. You never know what cameo character is going to pop out of Mugen and who you're exactly going to see. But yeah, this douchebag is back right here. You're pretty much encountering almost every person that you encountered so far, enemy-wise, when it comes to facing, you know, mini bosses and stuff like that anyway. So yeah, prepare to see this guy. But anyway, yeah, that Mugen tournament was pretty interesting. So, you know, if you folks enjoy that, I recommend you folks give that a look up and see about that. That's definitely interesting and worth. I mean, if you got 3 hours to spend, I recommend you do that because it's gonna take you that amount of time. And the crowd reactions, man, it was just great. They was enjoying what they was watching, and I would have liked to sit through that, but that tournament at that place I think was disbanded or something like that, or they stopped doing those type of tournaments at that place. But man, that would be amazing to see, to exactly see it. I don't think this ever gonna happen, but it'll be amazing to see Mugen at Evo, but Mugen is so unpredictable that it's never really gonna be a thing at Evo. I don't know. It might happen one day. Hopefully it will. That'll make it more interesting. That'd actually be pretty cool to see like a Capcom versus SNK 3 Mugen pack at Evo. That got my attention right now. That's how interesting that is to see that. That'd be actually pretty cool to see that at Evo, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'm tempted to say E3 for some reason, but you know, E3 is over with. The hype is over with. That's gamers' Christmas, pretty much Christmas present once a year. I pretty much went over all the excitement of Evo and stuff. I'm not really gonna get back into that because it's over with. It's been some months since Evo passed, so we're over did I say Evo? It's been some months since E3 passed. That's what I meant to say. So we're into Evo season, and then I don't really know what's going to come up at the Evo. I usually look for Maximilian page for that. His Twitter anyway. He kind of like the guy that keeps me updated with that sort of stuff. So if I ever needed help with knowing what tournament is going on, he always posts up and let him know. He lets me know, like, not personally, but he lets me know like what's going on and stuff like that through his Twitter account. So, if you guys are into fighting games, go subscribe to that guy. As I stated before, that guy is the fighting game captain of YouTube. So if you ever find yourself bored and you love fighting games, subscribe to him and you won't be disappointed. I'm subscribed to him, so, But anyway, we have this douchebag here. Yeah, what's the meaning of is shaking? Yeah, we pretty much destroyed your Doom Dozer, dude. We drilled that thing from the inside out. Your thing is crumbling down. So, yeah, have at that. But, yeah, that wasn't really hard, was it? All we had to do is just pretty much just go through a hallway, and once we go through the hallway, that was it. This thing is exploding, and those glorious graphics. Nah, not really. Those graphics are rather shit, but it was pretty impressive for GPA standards. It's even more amazing that Jill was able to pretty much survive that explosion because she was part of it. But man, that Drill Dozer ain't looking so good these days. I mean, yeah, it's basically tearing apart. I mean, we can't really use it. Yeah, he said that robotic junk is pretty much, yeah, you can't do anything, and that guy is just bloating and bloating. Yeah, so he's saying he could keep coming back alive as long as he has the black diamond. So that's what he has with him in order for him to sustain himself. But yeah, they saying that they got their boss back, and what should she do in order to pretty much defeat them. But yeah, they said that all she have to do to defeat this guy is pretty much just hit him with a fist. So and he's laughing too. So he's like, "You're kidding, right? I'm really scared of those adorable fists." And he's saying that she should go home and play with dolls. So basically, what do you have to do in order to defeat this guy is you have to knock his blights out, folks. That's all you have to do. But in order to do that, you have to get a good angle on that, and you have to predict when he's actually coming at you, and when you do that, you'll be able to land that hit on him. So basically right now, your drill is jacked, folks. Man, I couldn't get that out for some reason. But yeah, your drill is finished. You really can't do nothing with it. All his gears is gone. It's pretty much breaking down, and this guy's being a nuisance right now. But yeah, folks, all you have to do is get him in a good angle. Once you get him in that good angle, you charge up and BAM! For the finish. Look at that KO for the freaking finish. She freaking knocked his lights out, and he's sitting there twitching. That is a way to finish off somebody. It's a little anticlimactic. Yes, it is. But, oh, man. That was so freaking satisfying to do when I first did that. That was so, because all this time, this guy, this little kid actually, yeah, all this time, yeah, you go home and cry. All this time, that kid's been talking crap, and you deck him in the face, and it goes slow motion. That's satisfying, folks. That really is. But with that, folks, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the game. That's how you do it. So, yeah, they saying the Black Diamond must have amplified that brattiness, but the Black Diamond shattered into a million pieces. So, and now we have Detective Carrie here, and she's talking about 4 diamonds. So the red diamond was pretty much Jill's to begin with, so she's keeping that diamond. That's hers. Her mother gave it to her, so she's keeping that. So the yellow diamond was stolen from the art museum, so Detective Carrie is pretty much gonna be keeping that one, I presume. So, and the blue diamond is the one that we found in the ruins. And pretty much they're just showing off all the diamonds that we have collected throughout the game. And with that, the green diamond was from the Warren, but he was a jerk. And that boss. Calm down. Anyway, so the black diamond's gone, but yeah, she suspects something terrible is gonna happen if, you know, they keep all those diamonds together. So yeah, she's gonna keep that diamond. So as long as we keep our diamond, we're good. So we're gonna keep our diamond, and pretty much a happy ending. But we don't know what we're gonna be doing with the blue and green diamonds. So we're kind of a little stuck on, you know, what we're gonna do with those. But you will see what's about to happen. Yeah, those two. Yeah, they pretty much took the blue and green diamonds, those old hags. But you know, they're not really worried about that, except for Detective Carrie. So she's going right after them. So it's unknown if she's gonna be able to catch them later. But a few days later, folks, this is what happened after we beat it. So it looks like Jill's dad all healed up, and pretty much they turned the Croog brat turned their HQ into a pile of rubber. But yeah, there we go, the red diamond right there, shining brightly. But yeah, folks, this game, I'll get into, you know, pretty much what's, you know, I get my end thoughts at the end of the game. So right now it's just a whole bunch of dialogue that's going on and all that stuff. So yeah, but pretty much they're just going over, you know, the aftermath, what happened to that kid after he got punched by a little girl with the fist of fury. Geesh, oh man, that's such a satisfying way to end a freaking battle, folks. Just a super punch to your face. I might just add that as the thumbnail. I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyway, yeah, they're going out to find some treasure. They're excited about that. So now Jill is the official boss of the game. So she is the official boss. And she's going on an adventure with them. Why not? You know, ain't nobody want to stay at home and whatnot. But yep, that red diamond there is pretty much how the adventure started, and pretty much is how the adventure's ending. So yeah, and there's you see that little projection image of Jill's mother there. But yeah, that was some adventure, folks. It really was. And oh man, so I might as well just start with the good and the bad, because there's some stuff I just gotta talk about, because these credits are gonna be a long one, folks. The rest of this part from here on is just credits, so it'll give me plenty enough time to what I want to say, exactly how I want to say it, you know, what's pretty much what pissed me off about this game and what I liked about this game and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be explaining that to you folks in just a bit here. So first of all, let me go ahead and start off what I liked about this game. So basically, this game was a new experience for me. I never really played anything like this. I like games that introduce new schematics. Like, you know, at first how Ape Escape was the first game to include DualShock controller analogs. Like, you can play that game with the regular PlayStation controller. With this game, you had to play with the shoulder buttons, and I haven't played a game that like that in quite some time. So this was refreshing. Game Freak surprised me with this one, because I didn't know if they developed this or not, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty much a great platformer besides the rage quitting. I'll get into that in just a minute, but yeah, it was pretty much an enjoyable game. I recommend this game, folks. Even though you might have some frustrating parts with it, but if you follow any guide online or even watch this playthrough, you might find yourself, you know, enjoying the game and whatnot. It was frustrating parts, a lot of frustrating parts, folks. It was, but that's just my opinion. But overall, this game is pretty good. Now, let me go into the thing what I don't like about the game, folks. This game, as I told you before, folks, this game made me rage quit 5 times. It's probably less than 5 times, but I think it was about 5 times. I was been supposed to have this game out and ready for you folks about 2 years ago when the channel first started. This was one of the first games that I wanted to do. But because of recording issues, that last boss, you should never, and this is my opinion, you should never have a boss that hard or tough. Even though it's late in the game, you should be used to those drilling controls by then. But to someone who's impatient or someone who doesn't have the grasp of that yet, that's gonna be hard. That really is. But you know, set aside from that, but if you have patience, that part shouldn't be a problem. But if you don't have patience, you're gonna hate that. So as I stated before, this game made me rage quit so many times, and I'm just glad that I was able to finish this game, finish it up for you folks. There were a couple bosses in this game that was just annoying because of timing. Timing is key in this game. If you don't have timing, you're not gonna have fun with this game, folks, and I guarantee that. But anyway, yeah, that was some of the few things that I liked and didn't like about the game. But overall, I do recommend this game if you're looking for something different, if you're looking for something fun. And this was actually one of the few games on the GBA that, with the Rumble feature. I think I remember saying that during the first part of this playthrough. But yeah, folks, anyway, yeah, play this game, see for yourself if you like it or not. My opinions only matter so much, you know, for you, in order for you to get the full experience for this game. I think I remember saying that this game was available for the virtual console, so if you're able to see about that. I don't know if they actually shut down their servers for, I know they did for the Wii, and I don't know for the Wii U if this game was available or not. Someone correct me in the comments, because I totally forgot. So yeah, but there's a, you know, or get it for the original GBA. It's up to you what you decide to do. But as long as you figure out a way to play this game, go ahead and play it for yourself, see how you like it, and if you've beaten the game before, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me what you like and don't like about the game. I pretty much gave my excuses as, you know, piss poor as they probably were, but all in all, folks, like, after I got through a certain part of the game, I enjoyed it till I got into a certain part of the game, and then I enjoyed it afterwards. But you know what, that still didn't take my experience from, you know, enjoying this game as a whole. This game as a whole is fantastic. There's plenty of extra stuff to do after you've beaten the game. You can go, and there's extra levels in this game, folks, that you can go and do, but I just wanted to get the main story out for you folks. And Game Freak once again delivered a great game. Many people don't know who Jill is, and for the longest I didn't know who Jill was. I seen her in my first taste of you know, knowing who this character was, and that kind of sounds dirty, but my first time seeing Jill was from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I didn't know who she was, and honestly at that time I didn't care, but now through playing this game I know who she is, and I'm glad I decided to play it. But anyway, folks, thank you for joining me through this playthrough. You folks have a fantastic day and take care. I wonder what's next.